Okay, I've reflashed the flight controller. I went in and calibrated the accelerometer. I set my ports. I'm going to put the ELRS on port number 4. My smart audio VTX was on UART 3, and my GPS was on UART 1. So those are all set. Went into my configuration. I set my loop currently to 4 kilohertz. May set it down to 2. Accelerometer's on. Put in my craft information, pilot name. Set my arming to 180 for turtle mode. Set my beeper to RX set. I saved those changes. Came back in. Went to my failsafe. Set my throttle for my failsafe to 1250 for this particular craft. And my angle mode is set on the first setting, so it's a 1000 for my setup. Configure my GPS settings. I choose 6 for the minimum to fly, and I no longer check those. I just wait till I get my sats before I take off. And then I went in and loaded my ELRS preset for freestyle, separate RX, whole pack value. Pick that, saved and reboot. Went back into my presets, and let's see, I'm running TBS, so put that in there for the VTX table. And my PID tuning, I'm currently going to leave it to the default settings until I do my maiden flight. My rates are 110, 580, 103, and 110 for yaw, and no expo on my rate for yaw. So those are pretty much my rate setups. Once again, rates are going to vary for your flight style and your reaction time. Now the receiver, I now have my telemetry option available. I have crossfire. I have telemetry showing crossfire. Channel order for my radio is tear. Gonna disable the RC smoothing. Gonna save that. And then my modes, I'm on aux1 for ARM. Running ELRS, so I'm have that set to high. My angle mode, once again, is set to 1000. GPS rescue is on 3. And once again, these are going to vary depending on how you have your setup on your radio. My beeper is on aux4. And turtle mode, that is on aux2. And I believe that is it. throttle, GPS, beeper, flip over after crash. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna save that. My motors, I run props out. I run bidirectional, D-shot. Save and reboot that. I'll come back to the OSD later. VTX table's not showing, so let's see here. Presets. VTX tables. What? Let's see which one I want here. Let's try that one. Agree. Save and reboot that. And now I should have my VTX table. Okay. Race band 8. Full power. Alright, save that. And one more thing on my GPS. I check all of these. I choose my country. Save and reboot that. And one last setting to get my quad back to the way it was is failsafe. That's set. I guess I'm gonna have to go into a CLI, get GPS, and this is gonna be the set home location. And that's automatically set to on. Perfect. Alright, we are good to go. Now I'm going to get my quad button backed up. Well, not button backed up, but wired up, and we're going to flash the receiver and have the radio on and see what happens. Basically, I'm trying to see if the binding process is done when you have the radio powered on and you flash the receiver through the ELRS configurator. If it does, then it binds it at the end and you're done. So we're going to check that out.